I am Speed. Okay, so while you're in awe of the destruction that's occurring on screen, I need to put a disclaimer out there. The strat that we're going to be talking about isn't going to guarantee this. This was due to a lucky legendary perfume drop, which is the best possible item that you can get on an Omnom run. So getting this item is almost a free win. It gives you one random stat every time you get hit, so we'll be getting hit so much during this run that we'll end up with insane amounts of health and speed. But I don't like making guides around super RNG legendary drops, so what we will cover in this video are items that will help you succeed on a typical Omnom run. So let's talk about Omnom. This cute little guy has to be played incredibly aggressively. If you don't, then you're going to fail. At the start of the run, he takes 2 damage every second. At the start of wave 3, he will take 4 damage every second. And then at the start of wave 6, he'll take 6 damage a second. And then finally at wave 9, he'll take 8 damage a second. In order to combat this health loss, Omnom starts with a lot of health. 100 health as a base Omnom. And then he also heals for 2 health every time he kills an enemy. But he can't get any health back from hearts, and he will always have 0 health regeneration. So because of this, if you want to stay alive, then you have to kill things. The crux for Omnom runs is going to be wave 6. This is the point in which most runs fall apart, and if you haven't had the right drops for Omnom by this point, then this is typically where you die due to the health drain. Unlike other runs, there's no one wombo combo here that we're going to be aiming for, other than getting a lucky perfume. So let's talk about some goals and how we best hit them. Firstly, what are we looking for? Well, I feel as though companions are terrible for Omnom runs, so I don't recommend wasting money on them. The problem with companions is that they won't attack unless they're near you, and if you run away, they'll instead chase you down before attacking. And what are we doing with Omnom? Yep, we're running around like a headless chicken. If we do invest in companions though, then the ones that we do want to get will be melee companions instead of ranged. The reason for this is that we can punt melee companions as we run around the map, and they do a surprising amount of damage when we knock them around. If you can eventually get an item that makes it so that companions no longer follow you, then this is no longer an issue. Otherwise, just focus on Omnom himself, as you'll be getting better mileage out of your coins this way. Next, we need to be ramping up our max health. The more we have, the more ticks we can take. Even if we can't out-heal the dot, with enough max health, we can outlive the clock. The best way to ramp up our health is actually through luck, but that does require the legendary strawberry item. This item converts your luck stat into health, and it's hands down the best health item outside of perfume. If you see it come up, then you need to do whatever you can to get your hands on it, because it's not only going to ramp up your health to insane levels, but it's also going to work towards our next point, which is income. We need to get rich, and the best way to get rich with Omnom is through treasures. Stacking treasures will give us an amazing source of income. The more treasure finding stats we get, the better the treasures will be, and the more money we'll earn. Not only that, we're able to combo the treasure finding with the item that gives us 3 luck for every treasure that we open. So now not only are we making money from the treasures, we'll also be increasing our max health, which also acts as a pseudo heal. With enough luck stats, we're going to be getting more and more legendaries appearing in the store, which in turn ramps up our chances of finding our strawberry or our perfume. And then finally, damage. The best source of damage to be targeting in this run is going to be the collision stat. We're not going to be able to kill fast enough with our projectiles without heavily investing in it. So instead, with enough collision, we'll be able to just run through enemies to kill them, which will drastically increase our kill speed, and with that, our healing. So we need to find a good balance of this by the time we get to wave 6. And it's not going to be easy. It definitely requires a lot more RNG than the other characters, but with how speedy Omnom is, I actually found that the runs were quite enjoyable, so it didn't feel too bad. So give it a go, let me know how it works out for you, and if you have any other tips for Omnom, then drop it down in the comments.
They're here. Survive. They're here. They're here. They're here. here. Survive. They're here. Survive.